All right, guys, welcome back to another Missouri Organic Safety Toolbox Talk. Today's topic, we're going to go over carbon monoxide. But before that, we're going to jump into last week's actions. No injuries, no damage reported. So an awesome week. I appreciate you guys staying focused on that. With that, no changes to the damage cost analysis numbers. As you can see, we're definitely on a good pace for this year. Just got to remain focused. Michael was able to bring on two new employees, Autumn Rosalie and Larry King. Autumn started with us on last week on the 20th. She's going to be working under manager Demi Thurber, I believe, up at 40 Highway and the city sites. Larry King is going to be working under manager Austin Yeomans for the 40 Highway production department. He also started on the 20th. And as always, if you guys see either one of them, introduce yourself and let's make them feel as welcome as we can. So like I said, we are going to cover carbon monoxide, the awareness and prevention today. It's a little different style video. I'd love you guys' feedback. But as always, if you guys have any questions, you could always reach out to me. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
All right, team, let's get started. For the next few minutes, we're going to talk about something incredibly important, a hazard we deal with every day out here, carbon monoxide. Now, I know, another safety talk, but this isn't just about checking a box. This is information that could genuinely save a life. So let's really dig in and make sure everyone here at Missouri Organic Recycling is on the same page.
I want to start with this, because there's no sugarcoating it. When the safety guides talk about carbon monoxide, this is the language they use: undetectable and fatal. It's blunt for a reason. With this gas, you don't get a second chance, which is exactly why we're taking this time to get smart about it.
And don't think for a second this is some far-off danger. Look at this. Those exhaust pipes, that's our daily life. They're on our trucks, our loaders, every single piece of small engine equipment we run. The source of this threat is right here, working alongside us every single day.
So, let's break it down. How does this invisible killer actually work? We're going to cover what it is, where it comes from, and exactly how it messes with the human body. So what are we really up against? Carbon monoxide, or CO. It's a poisonous gas. And here are the three words I want you to burn into your memory: colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Think about that. You can't see it, you can't smell it, and you can't taste it. Your own senses are completely useless against it. And that, right there, is what makes it so incredibly dangerous. So where does this stuff come from? Well, it's simple. Anywhere you burn fuel. For us, the biggest culprits are right at the top of that list: the trucks and small engines we're running all day long. But it's also coming from generators, furnaces, even the grill you fired up last weekend. If it's burning fuel, it's making CO.
Now here's the trap. It's so easy to think, oh, I can smell exhaust fumes, so I'll know if there's a problem. That is a dangerous, dangerous assumption. See, the CO itself has no smell, but it gets mixed in with other fumes that do. You might smell that normal exhaust and think everything's okay, totally clueless that this invisible poison is just hitching a ride.
Okay, so here's what it does to your body. And man, it happens fast. You breathe it in, then it gets into your bloodstream and starts to, well, suffocate you from the inside out. It literally kicks oxygen out of your red blood cells. Your most important organs, your brain and your heart, are starved for that oxygen. And the result? You lose consciousness, and if you're not helped immediately, it can be fatal. It's that quick. Since our own senses can't pick up on CO, our only real line of defense is recognizing the symptoms of poisoning. It is absolutely vital that you know what to look for, not just in yourself, but in the person working next to you. I need you to really focus on these early signs: a headache, feeling tired, a little dizzy, nauseous, maybe a tightness in your chest. The thing is, any of these could be brushed off as just having an off day, right? But you cannot ignore them. If you or a coworker feels any of this in an area with a running engine, you have to assume it could be CO, because if it keeps going, it quickly gets severe. Confusion, collapse, passing out. The whole key is to act on those first subtle warnings. Recognizing symptoms is one thing, but our best bet is always prevention. So let's talk about the simple checks we can all do to stop CO exposure before it even gets a chance to start. Treat this like your personal safety checklist, okay? First, make sure our vehicle exhaust systems are getting their annual checkup from a mechanic. Second, Before you fire something up, just do a quick visual. Is the exhaust pipe blocked with mud or snow? Third, and this is a non-negotiable rule, never, ever, ever run an engine inside a closed garage or any poorly ventilated space. And finally, think about getting a battery-operated CO detector. It's a small investment that could literally save your life.
Okay, everybody listen up. This is the most critical part of this entire talk. If you even suspect someone has carbon monoxide poisoning, you have to act instantly and you have to act correctly. There is absolutely no time to second guess.
I want you to memorize these 4 steps in this exact order. Number 1, evacuate. Get yourself and anyone else out into fresh air right away. Number 2, call 911. Make sure you tell them you suspect carbon monoxide poisoning. Number 3, provide aid, but only if you are trained to do so. And number 4, do not go back in there, not for any reason. You wait until the pros arrive and say it's safe. Your life isn't worth whatever's in there. Look, at the end of the day, this all comes down to us, to all of us. Yeah, you're going to sign off on this training, but that's more than just a piece of paper. It's a commitment. It's a promise we're making to ourselves and, more importantly, to each other, that we're going to stay alert, we're going to speak up, and we're always going to look out for our teammates.
So I'll leave you with this one question to ask yourself. Right now, after hearing all this, are you confident you know what to watch for? Because being prepared, paying attention, and speaking up, that's not just a good idea. It's how we make sure every single one of us goes home safe at the end of the day. Thanks for your attention. Now let's get out there and look out for each other.